What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing? Video seems to be okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Let's have a look at our previous watch lists. Spy. We always watch that. Ended up nice. Green. Good. CDLX. Yeah, this is why I don't want to short it. CDLX actually looks quite strong. We'll keep that. AI related stocks. Okay, we'll keep those. We'll keep it. Oh, let me just share the link actually for our followers. Okay, let's do that. What's up, Doritos? How's it going, buddy? Welcome. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Hope you get well soon. Yeah, man, let's go. Let's go for the Bulls. We need some cheering up. Let me just share the watch list quickly. Whatever I have. Quite a big list today, actually. This, well, actually, it's not a big list. I've just put the AIs and the Bitcoin related stocks as well, which I didn't have to. But it's better if I did. Well. Okay. Don't seem to work this chat thing up. Is it really a late start for you? 8:30 a.m. Uh, for me, I would start around 8, just before 8. It's not a late start, I think. Especially if you do the open, if you trade only the open. But if you take the pre-market trades, then yeah, it might be late because you're missing out on these. Clearly, yeah. On these. But I don't think you trade that way, so I don't think it's late. Anywho, what's up with the migraine thing, man? Do you actually get that quite often, or is it just an ongoing thing? Hopefully it's not. Oh, nice. Yeah, well, that's really nice, actually. If you can get up early and start prepare, do your thing way early before sort of getting it close to the open. Yeah, that's the way to go. But it also depends where you live as well, isn't it? If you had to wake up. Is that a medicine? Is that a strong medicine for the migraines? Also, you had. Oh wow. Yeah, dude. Well, I don't know what to say. Migraine is it's a horrible thing, but my mom suffers from it, so I know. Okay. Let's just work on the watch list. Oh, okay. Well, that's nothing much you can do about it, right? Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, is this something that you've suffered from like since what, or is it just popped up since a long time, or? AI banks healthcare. Yeah, I mean, they're not a good combination, but AI seems to be still hot, so we're gonna keep that. Banks, I don't trade them that much. To be honest, if I know it's a banking stock, then I wouldn't trade them at all anyway, so I'll remove that. Healthcares, yeah, I mean, not too bad. It depends. So, for today's gapper, let's go to SPY basically. Let's cover SPY. Before I do that, actually, let me just share the link on Discord. No. That's not the link. Where is my... So here's the link on Discord. Live now. Disturb everyone. There you go. All right, with that done, let's go to SPY. Hey buddy, what's up? What's up? Welcome, buddy. Zell is here. There's been a lot of opportunities, Zell, by the way, if you were awake a little bit early. We've had quite a bit of gappers if you are into these. I'm pretty sure you do trade them. Lucy, an eyewear company, which is implementing ChatGPT smart eyewear. So that's a really good catalyst, in my opinion. It has potential to go, but 3 is a big level. Just remember that, obviously. And if it does take that out, then it could get to some decent moves. We've already moved from 1.4s all the way to 3s, 100% move. ZFox. ZFox has this has a really good catalyst in my opinion. This has a partnership with Google for what was it? Cloud, Google Cloud partnership. So this also has a really good catalyst. Anything to do with Google, a massive company, this is not bad catalyst in my opinion. Oh, obviously, Baba. I'm surprised it's actually gotten so late on those stocks. So this is a Goldman Sachs upgrade. Not much of a. It's not really looking good for the volume or the price action, but it could turn out later on if it starts to pop after it drops. Then we could be interested in this one. So quite a few gappers, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. KMX is also gapping up. I'm surprised it's gapping up because the earnings wasn't good. Although it shows that it's actually beaten earnings. Estimate was 21 cents, 22 cents, let's say, and the actual was 44 cents, almost double, right? You would think that. But if you go into the detail, it's actually diluted shares. So whether they diluted it this quarter, if they diluted it this quarter, then that's not a good sign. They shouldn't be gapping up. I've read in the report as well that from a year ago, they are their revenue is down. A lot of numbers are down relative to last year. So I'm thinking this might be a good opportunity for shorts. I'm not gonna lie. So those are the gappers. Let's actually have a look at Baba then. Really, they are. China lays out strict rules for GPT like AI tools. Okay, so China is going to be difficult, right? I mean, they're gonna do their thing. That's why I don't like to trade Chinese stocks because it could be the Chinese stock could be fundamentally very strong, technically very strong. It could still end up being, just overnight crash, right? Because the Chinese government, you never know what they're going to do, what sort of restrictions they're going to put on the company or on that sector. So I'm just a bit skeptical on it, although it looks great. To be honest, I'm not going to lie. Daily looks beautiful, by the way. Beautiful daily. It's just I'm not going to touch it. I don't have good experience with Chinese stocks, and I barely trade them anyways in the past. It just doesn't respect the patterns, the technicals. Is just all over the place. As you can see from this intraday price action, look at this. Doesn't respect the VWAP, doesn't respect anything. It just doesn't do. Although over here did something really decent. Okay. The rest basically on and off of those levels. It just doesn't respect it. So there's plenty of other opportunities than looking at these. I've seen your JD, man. I've seen your JD. Props to whatever work you did, like when it comes to fundamentals. When you add those kind of sort of catalysts behind your swings, you're gonna do well. So look into those things, man. Some people, like myself, I don't go into too much. And I can't. It's not that I don't want to. I just cannot go into too much of the fundamental catalyst behind it. All I need to know is just the basic ones. But if you go and dig deep a little bit and add that to your ideas, trust me, you'll probably do much better than I do on the swing side. Um, I've just done it so many over the past decade, so many times that when I see a chart, I sometimes don't even look at the news because it just tells a story. But I wish one of my weaknesses is that, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, it's just that going through the fundamentals and sort of adding that to my um, trading arsenal. It's just I'm weak at that. It's not that I'm lazy or I don't want to learn. I've tried. It just doesn't work for me. So I will definitely consider the big basic concept behind the stocks moving, catalyst behind it, and as long as I understand, for example, what I normally do is I look at the stock and I say, why is it running? Why is it gapping up? Why is it up so much? And I look back at the catalyst, and I tend to have a good judge of catalyst. And I'll tell myself, okay, you know what? This is an okay catalyst. It shouldn't be up this much, and they normally go down. And if I say, for example, oh, this is a good catalyst and it's a strong catalyst, this has the potential to run for some days or maybe even weeks, then yeah, I will just stick that in my mind and act accordingly. And usually it does seem to work out. But yeah, the only issue I would say with having fundamental bias, if you know fundamentals a lot, that could also be a curse. Like for example, the idea of the JD was really good. I mean, I read through the whole thing. Really nice due diligence, DD. Let's call it DD. But because you had that much work behind it, it gives you some sort of a strong bias, whereby you actually ignore the technicals, and it makes you do that. Fundamentals, and in the past as well, it actually happened quite a bit to me, whereby I would actually close out my fundamentally weak stocks that was running on a swing, but it would do much better than I had expected. So it will actually take me out of good trade or keep me in bad trades to have that bias. So as long as it doesn't affect that, but adding to your trading arsenal is really, really great tool. I just envy people who can actually do that. But there's not many people who can work balanced between those two. But try to if you can. So Baba, I'm not gonna try that. Spy. Let's talk about Spy, guys. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat a lot. You need to yeah. Yeah, that's what happened, isn't it, with the JD? It's like it happened to me quite a lot. I mean, in the past. That's why I stopped really sort of going for it too much. For me, it worked. The system that I have it used to be very complicated, Scalper. It used to be very complicated. It was like at least, like I would say, it started from more than an hours of preparation just to get my watch list. 1 hour, one whole hour. So, and my mind would be like freaking, before the open, it would be just like almost about to blow because I've worked so much. My mind is already tired. And when it comes to trading, I would be all over the place, like left to right, and like I wouldn't know what I'm doing, even though working so much to create the watch list. When I look at those list of stocks, I probably would forget the plan behind it, because it was so much work. Fundamentals, technicals, 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, daily chart, weekly chart, all that plays out and just destroys the simple concept, which should be keeping it simple. And then what I did was, after years and years of working with those kind of approach, I slowly made those routines very fast. For example, creating watch list takes me about 5-10 minutes, which is great. because it's just no work for my brain. I know what I'm looking at. I keep it very simple. I ask certain questions and I answer those, and those those answers basically create a some sort of a not catalyst but thesis for that stock, and then that's it, and I'm ready. So yeah, I just filtered out quite a bit of nonsense from the preparation part of the trading. Thank goodness. So SPY. Basically, SPY, as we discussed earlier, guys, short term still long biased, short term long biased, medium term still in that range, and then long term still in that range. So when I say short term, we're talking about this. So for the recent run, we had the swing higher, and we've been pushing higher and higher with some decent volume as well. Volume could be better, definitely, but it is what it is. It still looks good. Yesterday did a big gap down, almost to the open of previous day, which was green, but it actually recovered that and gap filled almost full. In fact, went further beyond, right? Let's have a look. Yeah, it did. So it actually, this is what I meant by like that box that we created, like trading outside this boxes. Although this day was really, really strange, man. It went up, came back down, and then started to make its move midday. This is what I also have been seeing in, this is very normal for SPY to do that. Because of certain, these times, around these times, 10:30s, the Fed people start to talk as well, and certain news might come out around 11s or 12s. That's when it starts to push. It unfortunately yesterday was very, very choppy looking at the SPY, but still, nevertheless, it ended up being nice and strong, as you can see. Very, very strong. Closed almost at the highs, to the tick almost. Now, we might get a continuation. So if I were to be like asked choose one, then I would lean forward towards that long. It's already gapping up a little bit, which is a sign. It did do its thing in between. Went red and then back to green. Now it's actually trading green. All right. So SPY, we know what we're doing with that. CDLX yesterday, I did mention this. I wanted to short this, but then I realized this had a decent catalyst in my opinion and held nicely. This was the stock, wasn't it? So it's boosting the forecast. This might not be the. Is this AI related as well? I kept it because it looked good to me on the daily. Gaps down. Yeah, so this still could be a continuation to the upside on this one. Maybe for some days. 9. Yeah, this one has decent. The only thing is with the volume just died down completely, as you can see. Yeah, volume died down though. That's the problem. It could, this could be a watch, not maybe today, but for this week ahead or coming week, because it could just stall here. The longer it stalls here, the more explosive the secondary move would be, because there was something behind this. Whether it's AI related or not, I'm not too sure. There was something, I know. So I'm going to keep that on the side. AI, we're just watching it because they're still hot. IFRX yesterday, I wanted to, was I looking to short? Yeah, I was looking to short it, but I didn't take it. It was beautiful little fade off, as you can see. Opportunities were here, 580s, 570s, and even if you missed that, they would have been at 560s. Not much of a range, but when it comes to a percentage move, there's quite a bit of range. So 6s all the way to 5s, $1 move for a $5 stock is about 20% move, which is massive. So let's have a look. Did I miss anything? Okay, so I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this because it's done so much move. This might be that stock that I was gonna short actually. This is the stock that I was looking to short. Yeah. Which ended up being this. And also, I was mentioning this, by the way, to James. What's up, James? By the way, you just right on time. This is the one I was mentioning. Look at the daily. Remember the daily we talked about? This exactly to the tick it happened, right? The only issue was what intraday volume was a bit lacking, but it's just you can't ignore. Those are really powerful dailies that you can benefit on the day for day trading side. IFRX, I'm still keeping it because I still think it might have further way to go to the downside, maybe towards fours. Maybe we might see another red day. I think we might see another red day on this one. So I'm going to keep it for possible shorting opportunities. GFAI, again, AI related. SOUN, AI related. SOUN this daily looks really good if it breaks 325, 330s. GCTK has been running from 25 cents all the way to 3.75s. And is this also AI related? Not too sure. Nice healthcare. Doritos scalper. Doritos scalper. Do we know anything about this? GCTK, why did it move? Do you have a catalyst behind it? TGTX. Okay, so this is one of the swing ideas that I have been keeping an eye on for the past, I would say, a month. And the reason why I didn't put it on my current watch list on the swing ideas is I really didn't think it was going to gap from here and then take out my level, which was this 1750s and 18s possible longs, possible ads. Yeah, GCTK. Now, TJTX was on my. See, I've got 3-4 watch lists on when it comes to swings. One is a watch list that needs to be acted upon today or this week. That's why I posted on the Discord the swing list. Let me show you. So on the Discord, when I post out the ideas for swings, is something you see, for example, here. DKNG, IoT, Roblox, FNGU, these could be in play. The entries could be either today or very, very soon, right? So that's why I posted out. But I have other watch lists that are like, okay, that might be in play in a week. That might be in play in 2 weeks. So TGTX has been in one of those that has been in the second watch list that I was keeping on the back of my mind. And I was like, okay, this is going to sort of, it's going to take its time before it starts to take out 1750s. And I had alerts set up as well on my mobile. Unfortunately, yesterday I completely missed it. It actually gapped above 17s. And it was just unlucky, really. Just couldn't catch it because this was something, really, really highly was every day on my list since these days. So unfortunately we missed that. We might see some secondary move coming into it. That's why I'm keeping it just in case if it does decide to run, but it is overextended when it comes to daily. It's like ATR wise, it's moved like almost 3 times its ATR yesterday with the gap. So expect a little bit of a pullback because we are actually coming up to this huge level of 1950s. So we might see some sort of a fade off on that one. Yeah, GCTK, yeah. MU was the one that Scalper brought yesterday. I believe this had some sort of a decent catalyst fundamentally. But if you look at the daily on this bad boy, it's like it's done really good move actually. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting kind of bit of a fade off and then move, but it really straight away moved up and ended up very strong. So are we gonna see a second day continuation? If the fundamentals are very strong, we might see a second day continuation. But look at this though. Look at this. Once it did its original move, it just did go nowhere. It went nowhere. So I don't like to look at these kind of stocks. I just really it didn't do for me. I didn't trade it. But if it starts to break out that 64s, there might be something in it. That's why I'm keeping it, just in case. Mara, Riot, Coin, all of these on the general chat on Discord, guys, right here, I believe. Okay, so this was 6th April. 6th April. So 6th April would be right this day. Okay, so right this day, actually. Right? So it could be Thursday, in my opinion. Thursday? Right. Whichever day it was, the day before it actually started to take off. It was looking really good. The chart for Bitcoin looked really good. Let me actually show you the chart for Bitcoin. In fact, if we do GBTC, this is pretty much what the Bitcoin looks like anyways. This is the ETF for it. So if you look at this, just beautiful. It's just like, you know, when you have something that moves and it is trending and it creates a big, massive, what is it called? Formation, structure, whatever it is, or pattern, it's very hard to catch it. But if it creates something like this, oh, it's all beauty. So that's why I looked at it and I was like, this is amazing looking. Like forward Bitcoin daily looks rather interesting, guys. Maybe keep an eye on Mara, Riot. So right there and then, Mara and Riot should have been on the list, right? So if anybody was like paying attention to that, they could have actually held this thing for a possible swing. Not this one, but maybe Mara. Mara looks still interesting on the break of that 9, but it's already broken that and it's looking good. We could see some potential moves on these ones, but Riot I saw was a much better looking. Look at that. It did a really decent move and carries on. So yeah, those are in the watch list. Let's have a look at the gappers. Lucy. Lucy again, ChatGPT based catalyst behind it. It's an eyewear company. They are releasing a product that is voice supported by ChatGPT. So you know you like to hear that. Strong catalyst. I was watching it here and I was thinking this thing is gonna start slowly drift up. This is a strong move. The way it's moving is very stable. So we might see more coming into it. ZFox, again, Google cloud partnership, good, strong catalyst. We'll see what happens. There might be some opportunities on these. Lucy and ZFox looks good. Goldman Sachs upgrade on this one was about $13 or $23. I'm not too sure. The upgrade was $13. So it should have some sort of attraction. It's already gapped up 4 to 535 quite a bit, but these things could run even further. So that's why I'm keeping it. KMX, it looks long. It looks long opportunities, but it's kind of like a trap. This is a gap up because of earnings. The earnings actually wasn't good, but it looks good. So a lot of people, I don't know why this is up. This might fade off for the gap fill. In fact, maybe even more than just a gap fill. So I'm looking for possible shorting opportunities on KMX. That's the details on the watch list, guys. If you have anything else you want me to look at, just fire it away. Oh, by the way, sorry. One thing I forgot to update you guys on is DraftKings unfortunately took me out, as it would, but it still looks good in my opinion. We are still early. We are trying to. What I did on this one was trying to catch a little bit of a bottom, right? So the bigger plan on this one was basically start slow on this one. If I can get myself to swing right at the lows of the pattern, then when it comes time for it to break these levels, I would be already have enough cushion for me to start adding more. So that's the whole plan. That was the whole plan. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. It is what it is. Yesterday, I traded it here. And then I believe I added somewhere here, I think, somewhere there. So average was about 1810s. What it did was it actually sort of played around, whereby other stocks were really running. So, and then it started to fade off. Under VWAP, I saw this coming in. I didn't exit on this one, but I thought, okay, there was a pressure to the downside too much. I couldn't hold it, and I wasn't even watching. I wasn't even gonna be watching it like every second. So I put my hard stop. I think I got out about break even. Pretty much break even, to be honest. Maybe slight loser, commissions and everything, but it ended up being a nil trade. So yeah, that's the update with that. But then, you know, as I usually with these ones, I'll keep the low of day as the stop. But since it moved that, it actually had that move up, then for me to keep this here was just didn't make sense to me. Usually once something starts to move up, it should start to hold if it's strong. That's why I moved my stop under the 18s. And it just did some really choppy price action. It took me out and ended up being green. This is exactly what I wanted from it. Ended up being green like that. I was mentioning, remember guys, 1830s, even before, like after 1850s, if as long as it closes over those levels, I'm really willing to actually swing this thing. So we might still see opportunities on this one, so we'll keep an eye on that. The main level is actually 1950 break. Still, as you can see, I have alert on it set up. So we'll keep it on the side. And IoT from our yeah, IoT is looking decent as well, but again, 20 level is what we need to pay attention to. It's very similar to the DraftKings. Yesterday had a really decent bounce after a wash off. Roblox as well. And now Roblox is something that could produce something decent today. Probably a continuation to the upside, but it's not the cleanest chart I've seen. So, but Roblox, keep an eye on it. We could see even day trading opportunities might be there on this one. FNGU is also one of the ones that could produce something decent today or coming week. So I have those. ZFox is on my watch list for the gappers, and yeah, it's drifting down a little bit, which is fine, even if it does go to 2.5, which could be a good level to watch, and if it starts to bounce. This is the one that I'm waiting for. If it starts to come down, which could be a lot of profit taking, which is expected anyways, and if after the open, if it starts to curl back up and reclaim the VWAP, then that is your clue that it still wants to go up, because we do have quite a bit of volume on this one as well. What's the volume like? We have about 8 million volume. 8 million volume is not too bad for a pre-market. Lucy has about 7 million. So both of them have really decent. Lucy is much rather better looking chart in my opinion. Beautiful looking chart. I mean, just strong. Just strong. And that's pretty much it, guys, for the watch list. Let me just clean up my other screens. So we've got CFA soon. CFAI. IFRX. IFRX is there. GCTK. DraftKings gone. GGTX. IoT. MU. Mara. Oh, look at this thing go. I mean, usually Zell trades these things. I don't know whether he's trading or not, but it looks really good. Yeah, it's enormous. It's huge, but the catalyst is huge as well. The catalyst is huge. And it's in line with the new what's hot in the market, which is AI. Right? As they are clever. This company is very clever. Whatever they are doing is working. Okay, so we've got okay. Lucy. Fox. What has WW done? Jeez, look at this thing move as well. It's really going for it. That WW. WW. All the gappers are running really nicely, apart from KMX, which is I am a little bit short biased on it. All the others I'm long biased, but the only issue with these is it's way too stretched out. Let's see what happens around the open. We might see some sort of a fade off coming into these. When it does, that might be a better opportunity if it does create some sort of structure. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Anything I'm missing? Microsoft Visual Chat GPT. Have you guys heard about Microsoft Visual Chat GPT? Is this just remember the Microsoft has a huge stack in the OpenAI, the company that actually produced ChatGPT. So I've been saying this as well. You know, if AI in sector really starts to run, it might be better to put some money in Microsoft's as an investment, in my opinion. Not like swing or anything, because that could take a long time before it actually really starts to run.
I'm going to show you exactly what you should try and the certain examples that do work really well with this. For some reason, it seems like the community hasn't picked up on this. So let's take a look at this paper right here, and you can say it says Visual ChatGPT, talking, drawing, and editing with visual foundation models. So if we take a look closely at this right here, you can see that it is based on the 4 foundation models. It's based on Blip, Stable Diffusion, Pix2Pix, ControlNet, and of course some detection. So this is how it all works, and you can see that there is a user query in there also, and that there is also some iterative reasoning which eventually comes to your final solution. As you can see, the initial question was, please generate a red flower conditioned on the predicted depth of this image, then make it look like a cartoon step by step, and you can see it actually does achieve that. So what are some of the examples, and what exactly does this look like, and how does it all work when we're actually using it? So this is Visual ChatGPT. You have to understand that this is only a demo, so I'm not sure if this is the full-fledged one, because it does say that this is a demo to the work Visual ChatGPT, talking, drawing, and editing with visual foundation models. And of course, there are many examples. All you need to do is paste your OpenAI key here, and I'm going to show you the examples that I've done when using this, because it's actually pretty cool and definitely pretty interesting, and gives us a tease with what to expect with GPT-4. But first, let's take a look at some of the examples we have right here. So you can see here from the example, it says, can you generate a cat for me? And it simply generates a cat. Now you could be asking and simply saying that, wait, this is no different than Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, but I'd argue that this is different because you're about to see exactly why. Whereas those ones are just simply prompt generators. It says, can you replace the cat? Of course, you guys can see right here, it says, can you replace the cat to a dog and then remove the book? And you can see right here that it simply does that. So then it says, that's cool. Could you generate the canny edge of this image? And you can see right here that it simply does that instantly. And then it says, now generate a yellow dog based on this image. And you can see that the image is right there. And then it simply does that as well. So it's actually very, very cool. And then of course we have this last one here.
I mean, for a guy who actually does
it says received to know that the system has received the image. And then right here, it also says, what color is this motorcycle? The motorcycle
you can
is
actually
black.
learn.
Can you remove the cycle? And boom, the motorcycle is gone. So this is actually really, really interesting and really, really cool, because now we're starting to get models that actually do have this kind of feature embedded in them. And of course, Microsoft are working on tons of different stuff, incorporating many different large language models, which I will cover in tomorow's video. So essentially what Microsoft said here was, instead of training a new multimodal ChatGPT from scratch, we built Visual ChatGPT directly based on ChatGPT and incorporate a variety of VFMs, and that's from Microsoft. Now remember, this is very different from GPT-4's multimodal feature, which will be released. This is not the same. I just want to clarify that before people do get confused. And if you're wondering what VFMs are, VFMs are just visual foundation models that essentially allow computers to see. So they transfer images into text via descriptions. Now the reason this is cool is because it shows that when we have different pieces of AI working together, we can get really interesting pieces of software. So one of the most interesting examples that I really did want to showcase before I get into doing a live demo of the tool right now is exactly how this works. So you can see that, you know, the user starts by saying, hello, how are you? And of course the software explains, hello, I'm Visual ChatGPT, here to help you with a wide range of tasks. So the person says, I like drawing, but I'm not good at drawing. Can you help me? I like drawing an apple, okay? And then of course they generate the apple, okay? Now what's also cool about this is that the user inputs this very basic image, which you can see right here.
Oh, sorry. No, I was mentioning that go through the video if you want and see if you can, if you find something on it. Maybe I was saying, you might understand it definitely better than me, Scalper. Turn him off. He's just too fast. You guys can hear me now, right? No problems with the volume? Still going? This thing is still going? All right, got it, thanks. This thing is still going, guys. Lucy. So the catalyst for this one is actually quite strong. MW Innovative AI stock soars on heavy volume after unveiling app that enables ChatGPT interface. So they have already thrown up an app that actually is implemented ChatGPT in their products. I was thinking they are releasing a product, but they already have a product that is going to use the chat. So that's why it's soaring. It's a big upgrade. Imagine your Tesla getting a ChatGPT sort of AI related upgrade. Crazy, huh? Yeah, I mean, it's once it opens, we'll see. But usually on the pre-market, it's not gonna halt. Hold on, guys. What's up, bro? Hey, buddy. How you doing? Look at this thing go. So once it broke that 3, it's actually starting to gain way more momentum. Huge volume comes in. There is a lot of attempts to short this thing, as you can see. A lot of attempts. That could also be profit taking. I don't think people are gonna risk shorting it this front side, especially something that has a strong catalyst like this. So I think it's profit taking. Yeah, very interesting. This is the strongest of them all. Let's have a look at the other ones that are gapping up. Yeah, Z-Fox is actually fading off, which I was kind of anticipating, but we'll wait for it to create some sort of a pattern. This one, WW, is actually surprisingly stronger than I thought it was going to be. This is the one I was thinking like this will play around the 520s and then starts to ramp up. It didn't. It actually ramped up way before. So this is stronger than anticipated. KMX is a potential short. Yeah, I'm not even bothered by that. Interesting. Interesting, guys. Let's go. I want to do something here. I don't know whether that's going to be helpful though. That's the issue. Because my daily, I don't want to mess up my daily. I want to put SPY here, 5-minute SPY. And I don't know whether this is. Yeah, I think it works, right? It works, right? SPY's 5 minutes is here, although I have it right on the side here, but it's for the stream itself to have a reference point when I say SPY is doing something. It might be good. What do you think? Although my face is right in the where can I move my face? I can't move it here. Can I move it here? Then I'll have to flip this thing. I think this is better, no? What do you think, guys? This is not holding up any information apart from this, obviously. This one you can always keep yourself. I think this is better. If I how do I flip this? Configure video. Focus and tilt. 5. Oh. Tilt. Is that 0? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Pan. Exposure. Focus zoom. Okay. How do I maybe add filter? Okay. Can't figure out, but let me know. Yep, it is approaching the $4, and it's. I mean, it's just look at the volume. You know, it's just still rising, and it's not stopping. You know, it's kind of a shame that we're not able to. I was kind of waiting for a bigger pullback on this one. We might see that, guys. We might see that. And when it does, there might be opportunity later on it. But right now, it's kind of risky because you'll be trading right at the highs. But remember, this has huge momentum, though. That pullback might not come as well. So that's why, you know, people who scalp could be really good with these kind of moves like Zell. Yeah, I mean, it looks scary. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is something that is moving so much and it still carries on. And you are thinking that any time now it's gonna flush down. Because your mind is playing tricks on you. Your mind have seen it so many times. It's seen it so many times that these things flush down. But this is, you've got to remember, the catalyst is stronger with this one. The force is stronger with this one. So yeah, there it goes. I mean, it doesn't look back. And then this trend line has been supported and respected. You can even create a really, like, if you're really scalping this thing aggressively, then you could actually keep it like this. Although not a very reliable trend line, but yeah, it's gonna gain a lot of traction. In my opinion, it's already gaining, but it might gain even further than this. You might look back and say, oh, it was trading at 4. I mean, daily is, you know, like, daily is not helping it as well. Look at this thing, right? I mean, these days might have been the days where they were announcing that they were going to implement that ChatGPT interface into their app, and then it just didn't gain traction because they didn't release it or whatever. Now this is today is actually probably a much stronger catalyst than these. So if that's true, then we might see a move coming in to it for probably beyond this, right? What's the volume on this one? 281. 58 million. So 58 million volume that day it did. Today it's already looking like it's already 12 million. So yeah, it's beating that day quite a bit. Interesting. What is ZFox doing? Okay, we're bouncing from that 250s. WW is still looking decent. It's still looking strong. Just a bit. I think we might see some. I'm kind of thinking this might bring in some fade off towards 550. If that's the case, then I'll look for some longs then, not before that. But Lucy though. All right, let's have a look at this company. I really want to know what sort of products Lucy I wear what is its let's have a look. Profile. Why do I have these, man? Okay, we're good. Medical instruments and supplies, healthcare. Okay, so it's actually to do with medical. So I want to know about the new product. Alright, let's have a look at their website. It doesn't matter. So audio sunglasses. Okay. This is audio sunglasses. So for the blind. I'm not gonna lie, they do look good. They do look good. Which one you guys want? They do look good. This is not bad. I like this one. These two. So they do definitely have products that are on the market. How much do they go for? Yeah. Let's say, why is it? Okay. So we've got $200. Oh, okay. So quite expensive, huh? $200 product. It's not bad actually. It's $300 that one. Okay. Interesting. And they are actually supported by the ChatGPT. Yeah, it could be interesting. Could be very interesting. Compared to Spy, relative strong. You just have to go through the main ones. The main ones. It's just a manual search, to be honest. I haven't found a way to. Maybe there is a way to find relative strength stocks that is correlated to Spy, but you will have to go beyond your usual search methods. Maybe getting a, what do you use, TradingView? Okay, this might be very easy actually. If you use any platform that actually has some sort of a criteria search, you could get someone to write a scanner for you, which should be very easy, Zell. I think, but the data has to be driven from a website that is to do with correlation. Yeah, that's the only issue, though. That has to be the correlation. It's going to drive the data from it, but there might be another ways. I think it might be the ones that play music and everything. I'm not too sure about the company. I just looked at it and it's just voice activated glasses, which is kind of smart. Um, the smarter idea is AR glasses, which I think is much better than VR glasses. I do have a VR headset and they are horrible to wear. They're not that great, but they are amazing though. I mean, there's so much you can do with them. But AR, that's the future, in my opinion. So next stage, I know, I think Apple is working on one. There's a lot of companies that's already worked on and also delivering their products, which people seem to be very, very satisfied with. Imagine those kind of glasses you just randomly wear and nobody knows what you're looking at. And you could just be like doing your sort of search, research right on the glass, talking to it, chat GPT activated. Wow. I mean, that's the future. You're wearing a glass, you're looking at a massive screen of information and it's responding to your voice commands. It could even be like your somehow you have some sort of a glove on your hands or something that you can even type quickly. There are some keyboards that have you seen one of these keyboards that has round buttons on it, which is like an analog, and it just types like the fastest I've ever seen. So but you have to remember, sometimes some companies are way ahead of their time. You know, I know that they were working. There's a lot of companies who were working, and they eventually said to themselves, like, is it worth all the hassle? Is it going to yield enough for them to actually really work on it and put their hard-earned money? I would say. Yeah, I remember. But at that time, people probably weren't ready. But a lot of people have really sort of implemented with the availability of Oculus VRs and Oculus Quest 2s, which is quite affordable. And a lot of people are coming into terms of VR itself. VR was an alien idea to a lot of people, especially the middle-aged and even now there might be, but a lot of people now know about VR because one of their family member owns one and they bring it to the party and and they just check it out and they just love it. So a lot of people, it's just time might be the right time. It does seem like heaviness coming into Lucy. 4 is rejecting quite strongly, so that could be a potential scalping shorting opportunity, but you have to be very quick with that. It could give us some decent pullback, but we are looking at that stock that has got quite a bit of momentum. So if it doesn't take out this one very quickly, if you're short on it from the rejection of 4, great. If it takes this out, then you're good to go, especially 375s. And we are looking for a decent move down. But if it doesn't take this out, then actually it's a long. Not gonna lie, but we are coming so close to the open. Forget about that price action, because it's gonna go beyond those levels. Will not play out because it's too close to it. At the open, it's gonna do what it does. No, what I do normally, Zell, is basically I look at the SPY. If SPY is in play, and I say to myself, you know what, I'm going to be trying to find a few stocks that are relatively weak, few stocks that are relatively strong. All you need to do is look for the big names, the one that you're familiar with, AMDs, your Netflixes, your Amazons, your just diversify them a little bit when it comes to sectors. But yeah. Your Apples and your Teslas, all of those, just like yesterday. Yeah, you see, it's broken that, but there's going to be a lot of play in this one. It's amazing. It'll be interesting. This one's going to be pure entertainment today. There it goes. And there's the flush. There's a lot of, as it pops, there's going to be a lot of, obviously, profit taking coming in as well. A lot of short sellers might be coming in now. The spread is amazing. Like, it's just amazing. It's one of the greatest I've seen for these kind of movers. But the further it goes, the spread is gonna start to widen even more. And we've got Z-Fox as well bouncing. Still early to call on any of these gappers though. Too early to call. TGTX is, oh my goodness, TGTX. The more I look at this thing. Alright, no worries. There it goes. Breaks that 2030. TGTX. Beautiful, beautiful. What a swing. It would have been. It's already done more than its ATR. It's already done the ATR for today. 1940s to 2040s. That's $1. Usually it does move $1, 1.5. So beautiful. And it has further move. Now on the break of 4, Lucy, guys, very interesting. Keep an eye on that. Dude, Lucy looks rather interesting on the break of 4. Yeah. Exactly. That's the whole point. There it goes. There it goes. 405. $405, guys. Oh yes, let's go. $430s. Okay. 440s. All right. Come on, hold time. We'll take some out. 430s. Alright, 430s. Oh, that was a quick one, guys. So, sorry I couldn't mention it, but I was eyeing the break of the 4. I think I got 405 or something. And 430 is my... I'm still... Wait. Hold on. This is looking good. Okay, 450 is big level. If it breaks that, it's going to squeeze the hell out of short sellers. So, 450... Yeah, there's the big level that's rejecting from, yeah. 430, I think, was my first partial. I've only taken one partial. I don't want to play around too much because I need to be very quick with this because it could flush down. There it goes. So let's make sure it doesn't go beyond 4. Sure it doesn't go beyond 4. Let's see. My stop is just under 4, so I'm not going to be losing much on it if it does take my stop out, which is just under 4. But this is something that if I can withhold the pullback, which might be bigger than the 4 to be honest, but if I can hold this, then this will look really good, especially if it does break that. 450 is a massive level, remember, huge numbers there we've seen. But if it takes that out, watch out for that squeeze. And if it does that, this might be my only trade for the day. Okay, so that's not looking good. I might be looking into exiting soon. Yep. Very, very quick. There you go. Okay, 401s. Not bad. Good scalp. I could have taken more out. 401. Yeah. So I exited 401. Very quick scalp on it, but there will be more opportunities on this one. It's just that early scalp I wanted to catch something. Shame it didn't have follow through, but it might. It's still, as I said, a bigger pullback is due on this one. So that's why I had to be very careful with the stop. ZFox. This is the one that Google partnership. Yeah, this is actually not a bad area for long, guys. I'm gonna try long here. ZFox long, 258 is what I'm seeing. 258, 50s, 261s, 261. Okay, 261, guys. Long on 261 with the low of day stop. 261 long. So we've got 261 longs. I know there's VWAP, guys. I know there was a VWAP. It's just a starter. Once it starts to break the VWAP, I'm gonna add to it. You know the drill. You know the drill, right? So if this takes me out now, this is a starter loser. It's worth putting some sort of a 25% or something like that, way earlier than you know, the main entry. Okay, so that Lucy is actually starting to bounce again. A very interesting area right now. At the break of 4 might be. Okay, so we'll keep this on the side. I might even put a hard stop on this one because I want to concentrate on Lucy a bit too much. Okay, that's a bit aggressive, so I might exit this one. 240s, 45, yeah, that's huge. Lucy, guys, Lucy 420s. Looking good. It's about to break. It's yeah, it's briefly broken, but it's coming down back to 4. Let's see what it does around this area. I hope that it creates some sort of a price action here, takes its time, and then starts to rip, which will be great. Yeah, it's attacking that 4 now. TGTX, man, I don't want to even look at that. TGTX. AMD has done a big, massive flush. That's the weakness written all over. This is your relative weakness stock today. AMD, big time. WW is just kind of holding its own. All right, Lucy 405. I'm gonna try Lucy, guys. Just might be a bit early again. I'm gonna be careful with position sizing on this one. So 405 if I can get, maybe not. 407s, 407s, 408 if I can get, 408, 410s. I had to chase it. 410s, guys. 410s. Again, I'm going with the small, to be honest, because I still think that we might have a bigger flush coming down towards 3.6s. So I'm going to be very careful on this. Yeah, 450, 450. 414 also. We got sellers on 420, 420, 426. So quite a bit of resistance on Lucy. A lot of sellers pressure on the top. Yes. So we've got 420s, 426s around here, and then we've got main big one, which is 450s. Big pressure. But here's the thing: if it's strong enough, if it takes those out, then it's going to trap a lot of short sellers, right? And once it traps a lot of short sellers, then that's where the real squeeze comes in. But the issue here is sometimes these kind of stocks get too overcrowded, which doesn't help it to move fast, which is my main concern. So if it doesn't, then I'm going to be out very quick on this one. Still too early to call. Let's see. And also, if it does start to rip, That's why I'm taking it a bit early, because I don't want to miss when it starts to take out those overhead resistance, i.e. short sellers. Most cases, I mean, and that's not true 100%. It's not all short sellers. It could be profit takers or... Yeah, okay, so that's 406. I'm kind of a bit afraid of that big wash coming into Lucy, if it does, 414s. 404s. Alright, I'm out. I don't like it. I'm out. 404s. So this was kind of like a 5 cents loser on this second trade. That's fine. I just don't like it. I think if anything, it's kind of looking like a short. Well, maybe a scalp short. But let's leave that alone for the moment. And Z-Fox has taken me out as well for a small loser on that. I'm out of Z-Fox. And... Lucy, there it goes. There's the wash. That's what I was talking about. Look at this bad boy. Whew. Dude. What has DraftKings done? Because it was also a continuation, wasn't it? Yeah, nothing. Nothing. SPY is, as you can see, SPY is kind of looking weak, and it's actually attacking yesterday's close, and if it does close below it, or it's going to look a bit weak. So today, maybe SPY wants to stay weak. Or at least what we're seeing at the moment. Right, there we go. Why do we have... Yeah, I mean, you have to be with the Lucy. I still believe this has the potential to actually rip, but that bigger volume coming in, that profit taking, we haven't seen. So on this wash we have seen. So this, after this taking long, I'll be a bit more comfortable, because I saw this wash, and reclaim is a good sign, because people are dip buying this thing, right, as it washes. So that's a good sign. Now let's see if it stays over 4 again, and then we could try another attempt on this one, trying to capture something that moves quick. On the VWAP as well, usually there will be a lot of volume. So it dips down to VWAP. Again, if it does come back to VWAP, we'll have to analyze it then, because if it does come back and takes all the orders from the VWAP area, then it might actually go further beyond the VWAP. But if it actually doesn't go to VWAP and barely goes to it and bounces again, that means there's plenty of buyers there trying to sort of dip buy this thing. Very interesting. My TGTX, where have you gone without me? This is the problem also with the hard stops, guys. Hard stops, I'm out on it on the hard stop, unfortunately, right under 240, believe it or not. That's why I don't like to use the 238s, I think, something like that. This is why I don't like to use hard stop at all, because it just stop runs, stop runs happen a lot. And look at this, the reason why I did that, oh, Lucy, because I was concentrating on Lucy. Let's put Lucy back on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is a good sign, guys. It actually went to VWAP and it never attempted to go for. So I'm gonna look for longs. Oh, Did you? Nice. There was some PBAW setup on it really nicely. Especially for scalping, really nice, yeah. Here we go. It's going to be too fast, guys. I'm not going to call out Lucy. I'm going to trade her on the side. It's just too quick to call the exits and entries. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. That's a good call, actually. It's a good call. But can you see the relative weakness on AMD? Right? AIs are popping as well. Interesting. Now, if we see this 425 break, 450 breaks, dude, this is gonna, yeah, it's looking good. Looking good, good. This level on SPY is quite strong, guys. This level, 409.60, this is where it's bouncing from. It's quite a bit of strength there. So it's going to have a hard time taking that out. So maybe it bounces you. AI is popping. Before, AI was a good chance over 24. AI. There's a lot of really nice movers from the watch list today, guys. Really good. WW is popping, by the way. WW. Yeah, that would have been a nice one as well. This has a really good catalyst. Well, not really good. Z-Fox and Lucy has better catalyst than this. So, again, I really wanted to try this early entry on this one, but don't worry, I am watching Lucy. AI, really nice. What did SOUN do? SOUN is popping as well. It's right at the highs. 324. 25 breaks. This is one of those that you can take a lot of shares, and you know all it needs to move is like 10 cents, 20 cents for you to make your day. 325 breaks. It's a good one actually for if it breaks that 25, which it will. It seems like it will. As all the AI stocks are running a bit, so. I think we are getting into territory of overcrowdedness and Lucy. We are seeing big volume, obviously, and 350 is in line with this trend line, so if it does wash towards that 350, it could still hold. Just because it broke the VWAP doesn't mean it's going to stay weak. It does have a, yeah, there's a lot of volume. What volume are we looking at? 30 million volume. The highest volume we saw on this one is 80, I think. 60 million almost. It's already done half of it, and it's only been about what, 30 minutes, not even that. 20 minutes. So yeah, when the stock gets too overcrowded, that's what happens. While waiting for this, okay, here we go. Is it gonna do something? What's the volume like? It needs to pick up, which it is. Look at the volume, guys. It's giving you telltale signs, right? It tried to go up here, raised up the volume, and it completely died down. So that means even with the heavy selling, there's not a lot of heavy selling. When it starts to push, there's more coming in. So as you can see with this push, we saw more volume coming in. With this dip, there was less volume. So and also with this bounce came in with decent volume as well. Interesting. Let's keep an eye on that. We've got on Lucy. There's your wash coming up. Dude, Lucy has. Imagine Lucy's have short sellers lining up here, here as it pops, and obviously here big one, right? So, but do we have enough buyers to actually withhold that pressure? We might. We will see. So we kind of have this, and we kind of have now 420s. And that's our intraday levels on it. Let's see what it does. Yeah, whether it breaks it or not, we'll find out. Okay, surprisingly, among the gappers, the one that actually moved and stays holding strong is WW. Surprisingly well holding, right? Yeah, I mean, oversold, it looks like it will be right now. And there might be some divergence as well on with the oscillators and the price. AI is looking good. There's a bounce. Wow, AMD has been really weak, huh? AMD has been really, really weak. The bounce came in from 3.8, which is the VWAP area, and okay, guys, I'm gonna start here, guys, on this. It's a starter, only a starter. 393, 394. I'll take that. 394 on Lucy, and I'm gonna be quick on the exit as well. So on Lucy 394, and then I'll start adding on the break of these levels, 410s and 420s. As long as it's holding over, I wanted to get my entries as close to as VWAP as I could, which I have done. Now I'm okay with that. Right there. Might still be early. We might take our time to actually start breaking those things. It might take a while. It does definitely look heavy, for sure. It looks heavy. There's a lot of pressure from the upside. That's why it's a starter. It's just like a feeler thing, isn't it? Like if it starts to really rip, then I don't want to miss it as well. That's why I just put in a feeler and just see what it does. Just be in it. It's much easier to manage it, the ads and everything, once you're, even if you're in like 10% here, if it starts to rip, managing it, especially the ads, it gets a bit less, I would say, less challenging to mentally. WW is, yeah, I think we looked at the wrong stock, sticking with the wrong stock. Look at WW. Look at this bad boy. Beautiful, huh? Comes back down to VWAP. This is the thing. VWAP comes in under, takes out all the orders, goes up, and never looks back. That's the strength. That's what you're looking for on the strength, right? That's what I was kind of hoping for Lucy to do. Takes out all the orders, which it really hasn't done yet. This is the try. This is also a try. This again, we might see another push down to try that VWAP properly. Maybe close under the VWAP, which is going to get me out, and then it's going to start to rip. But yeah, WW looked really nice. That's the cleanest one that I could give you an example of. The right at the open, if something's running, gapping up, and it usually really goes for the liquidity, which is basically your VWAP area. Right here, bounces off, and then attempts another one, but very quickly reclaims. That's your clue if you were looking for longs on this one. Very, very ideal. Unfortunately, I didn't take that. That is your, rather right here is your entry. Looks very heavy. TGTX, yes, absolutely. It's done really decent move. Where is it now at the moment? TGTX, beautiful. I mean, the cleanest. It just went without looking back at all. Didn't give us any chance. There's another. I wouldn't really take it now. MU is also going for it, by the way, guys. MU is taking the high of day. And taken 64s, and off it goes. I was looking at 64, wasn't I? Yeah, there's still overhead risk, but I think it's going to take it. There's your second day continuation in play right now. TGTX as well is also a second day continuation, guys. Look at this, beautiful, right? Usually second days are bigger. This is very true to this whole concept. So look at the others. Wow, okay. This is the one, GCTK. This is the one I was looking for shorts, right? It's just missed it. MU. Mara is doing okay. Mara is actually breaking the highs right now. High of day. AI is also quite strong today. That few days ago was the bounce day, and then this is the follow through to the bounce days. So we might see some sort of a price action right around this area here. But GFAI, let's have a look at that, what it did. GFAI is interesting because AI has already moved quite a bit. I don't want to take anything, but this one on the break of 17, if AI starts to run, then this could be another opportunity. But that's like 50 cents away from potential stop loss. So take it or leave it, right? Quite a bit of quite a bit of spread as well, as you can see, 1670s to 40s. That's 30 cents spread. If you can work between the bids and offer, like you could do it with the interactive brokers, then that's great. But look at SPY, guys. It's finally taken out that level that we were watching for 409.60, but it still wants to get back in. We need to make sure it closes under, which it did. And there it goes, GFI. 16, 17, yeah, quite a bit of move. Expect a bit of move coming into this one as well. Yeah, we're going to see some decent moves on this one. And I am out almost on the Lucy, just waiting for the VWAP. Almost getting out, just waiting for the VWAP to break. Although VWAP isn't really a strong area for me to base my stop on, but we do have lows there. Yes, sir. Yeah, large caps usually will have really decent moves, but remember, large caps will not be in play all the time. That's the secret, Zell, and hopefully you will understand that, and you know that more than the usual traders. That if you do, here's the thing: a lot of people trade, let's say Tesla, right, or Apple. They just trade it every day. It doesn't work like that. Like, Apple is not in play all the time. Tesla is in play on all the time. So if you can filter out the days that is in play, you just need to trade one. That's all. You don't need to even look for all the large caps, like mix them up. Just trade one. But looking for relative strength and weakness amongst them is the way to go. But then again, you have to say to yourself, is SPY in play today? Will SPY be in play? Will it give me cleaner moves? Will it give me some range that I can play with? And if the answer is yes, then that's your system there. That's your thesis. I didn't mean to finger point. It just came to me. It's not just you. A lot of I know a lot of people, especially friends of mine, trade only one specific instrument, and they are quite good at it. That's what they have done. They have really figured out when they're gonna take take it seriously, to consider trades on it. Yeah, I'm out on Lucy, guys. I'm out. 380s. I'm out. I know I'm not waiting for the VWAP to break, but again, it was a feeler. I felt it, and it didn't do much. So yeah, I'll feel it again. I can feel quite a few times before it actually put on the proper position. All right, I'm gonna be taking long again. ZFox 257. 257, ZFox 257. All right, ZFox 257. Here we go. And Mara is running. Pretty much everything else is running nicely. And you will see what Lucy does once I'm out on it. Obviously, this is going to start to rip. And yeah. But I'm out. This whole trade on Lucy has been kind of like a very small loser on it. If that. Very close to break even. But I needed to break these levels for it to... it's overcrowdedness again. Yeah, it's all over the place. Yeah, that's why, because always, almost always going to be all over the place. The only time that you will be you will have an edge on it is when it's in play. For example, there's a catalyst. There's something came out. Like for example, earlier, a few days ago, or last week, there was some guy suing Tesla and stuff like that. Those are the days that it's in play. No matter what, people see who moves the market really. Is it normal retail traders? The market doesn't give a damn about us, right? It doesn't even it doesn't even budge when we take a trade or lose a trade or close a trade. No, it's the investors. Um, Now, investors, if they have a sound reason for them to come out or lighten their load off, that's what's gonna drive the market, specifically on these big names like Tesla. You ask yourself basically, will this affect investors? Will this news affect investors? Will this technical break affect investors? If the answer is yes, you've got a good thing going. Yeah, I mean, you'll be fine. Um, just pay attention to the daily chart analysis, and if you want to talk through that again, that daily chart analysis works really well with the bigger caps compared to the smaller caps. To be honest, that was made in line with the bigger caps in mind, anyways. So maybe go through it again. Maybe you can find something within that, or maybe we could, take it further. But pay attention to the dailies. You'll figure something out. Again, this is tempting me to take another feeler. Shall I? I think I should for the last time, and if that doesn't work, then that's it. I'm just gonna wait for 406 to break, because I've seen that 406 hold before. Whether the seller is gonna be there or not, it's another question, but it's just for the peace of mind. 405, 406. I don't think it's gonna be there anymore, right? Yeah, I think it's what a range looks like. Let's have a look at XM. XM is a buyout, right? Yeah, it's a buyout. It's an acquisition, right? So that's why it looks like that. I believe it's a buyout. I was out on it. I think this Friday. Was it? Yeah, I was. That trade is long gone. It was actually a really decent swing from here and to here. So average of about 16, 17 is huge move. Huge move for a really small stop. Okay, so let's pay attention to Lucy, because it's actually getting a bit of attraction right now. So okay. Sorry about that. Wow, TGTX was really decent, wasn't it? I am gonna be taking another stab at this now. 398, Lucy, 398. Okay, 398. Right. One more stab at this. Stop again the same area, just under 370s. Okay, a lot of selling coming, a lot of pressure. Lots of sale happen around 4s, 397s, 95s. And if it does break now, okay, there you go. Now we are getting some decent traction on this. All right, let's go. Let's look for ads as well, maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna add 410 break. 410 breaks, I'm add. Yes, here we go. Here we go. What did I get? I think I got 412 or something like that. And here we go. Here we go. 420 again. This area here is our watch area, right? Point of interest again. So if it does break that again, that's probably another add point. So I'm gonna add to it as it starts break. Okay, here we go. It's not breaking it yet. Okay. I need it to be holding like this. That's great. Perfect. All right. This looking good. Very nice. Now we can put our stop. I've added quite a few on this one, guys. Quite a few. So my average is about what, 407s, 409s. I could still add to it. It's not over yet. I could still add to it on the break of 440. There it goes. There it goes. I'm gonna also start to scale out a little bit as well as it goes around, hitting the highs. As it hits the highs, I'm gonna scale out a little bit. 435 is a good area to take some out. Alright, so now we can base our stop right at the low of the our entry, just at the lows, like 390s, something like that. Okay, it's washing off very strongly. Alright, so that could have been the... Alright, off, out. Yep. So this, very, very typical of what it does when it comes to overcrowded stocks. So let's see, what did I get out? Something like that, 390s. So what it does is it truly rips off to levels and it breaks them, basically going for trapping, basically breakout traders, more breakout traders. And then all of a sudden a huge either profit taking comes in or a lot of heavy selling comes in. So basically what the price action you're seeing is like a very sort of clear representation of an overcrowded stock. Right now it's just searching for liquidity. It's going breaking certain levels and coming back down, rejecting, so trapping both sides. So Unfortunately, it's not got any momentum yet, but I think when I leave the stream, it might catch the momentum later on. What's up, Vault Cola? How's it going, buddy? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? SPY is also really sort of in the limbo right now between 410s and 409.50s. It's not really able to break anything. It's just this level that we were watching. Still, in my opinion, is it looks weak because it is under this zone that we were watching. MU is looking interesting for possible longs right now. MU. Right about now, 64.10s. 64. You want to look at the perfect pattern, guys? Shall I show you a perfect pattern? The cleanest one I've seen for a while. Yeah, I'm just leaving that Lucy alone for a while. It's I would say a loser on that side. We took quite a few stabs at, even though small feelers, it does, build up. I had one winner on it, and I believe two small losers. And the winner wasn't that big as well, so it was very close to a break even. So leaving that alone. But hey, look at this. TGTX. This is what forget about the daily, what it did. Okay, if the daily wasn't there, I'll be all over this thing. Look at this thing. Perfect pattern. Moves up, really decent volume, pauses before it goes for another run. Very simple. It's taking a break. Very clean. very clean. Not gonna lie. But why am I not taking this? Well, I'm not taking this because look at this. For the last 2 days, this is the second day, it's actually stretched out from 16s all the way to 22s. Huge percentage move. Huge percentage move. Normally when I take a trade, I let these things run. And for this one, I can't let it run. It could go to 25 even, but the possibility of that happening is quite low. So I'm working with the probabilities here. The probabilities are against me if I want to take this long and stretch it out. So that's why I'm not taking. Otherwise, if this was the first day, like this day here, I don't even mind taking and leaving it for swing ideas, right? So that's why I'm leaving it. This is a really perfect pattern. Or a cleanest pattern I've seen for a while, right? Otherwise, all a mess. This is a continuation pattern if you didn't know, right? Beautiful. Usually you want this to be the first pullback or first pause. So the ideal scenario would have been that this moved up a little bit, let's say from 1950s all the way to 2050s, $1, and then it does that. Beautiful, perfect, because we have enough ATR to run again. Beautiful. Yeah, exactly. It's very clear, isn't it? I mean, it's supposed to be as simple as that, so that everybody has the same lines. If it's That's why I keep my levels very, very simple. If you look at my levels, everybody is probably looking at the same levels. Why? Because I want everybody to be looking at the same levels. I don't want to find a level that's a secret. What is the point of that? Everybody else is not finding that level. They're not going to trade off of that level. You little scalper, man. I don't know how you do it, but you do it. All right, now AI is back to our VWAP. It is definitely strong. Now this bounce, is it gonna hold? It seems like it wants to. I'm not gonna lie, because this move, you see this here? It's the declining volume. So this here could be a profit taking, not the actual move. So this bounce could be in play. So watch out for AI as well, because we do have a nice level on AI, which is bouncing from really strong level. So I might consider this long on AI actually. Oh, the more I look at TGTX, the more I'm itching to take it long, at least like take I'm thinking take one share and leave. Right? This is just a pure textbook written all over. Look at the how am I ignoring this? I know that it's I'm gonna stick with my bias. I can't trade this. I can't chase this, but it's beautiful, man. Look at this volume coming in, and look at the break as it's about to happen. Let's have a look at the TGTX. Oh, the rejection came in from the... So that 2250 level is quite strong. You see that rejection coming in? So you want it to be breaking. Usually what I would do is with this kind of volume that comes in, I will actually start early. So a feeler, and then at the break of the real level, I'll add more. Basically build up the real position if I was trading it. AMD is still looking weak. There could be a trade short right under 94, guys. AMD, I know it's very stretched out to the downside, but it looks like there is a shorting opportunity right under 94 with a very tight stop. Took one share. That might be a good one. Yeah, I think I might do that as well, because I just cannot, like, it's just too itching me too much. Like, it's just I can't look at it. There it goes. Our one shares were making about what? 10 cents? 5 cents? Hooray for us. One, okay. You raise me one then. I think you'll do better than us then. Guys, everybody takes one share on this one. Come on. Everyone takes one share on TGTX. And let's just leave it and look back in about, what, 2 months' time. No. No, he can't tempt me. I really wish somebody could tempt me enough to actually put on some size on it, but no. I've seen it so many times. Something looks so beautiful, ends up killing you. It's the beautiful faces that, you know what I mean? Same goes with the stocks. If it's too good to be true, there's something off. 2 shares. Oh man. Okay, let me just do, why not? Let me just do 3 shares. 3. I was gonna say 4, but 3 shares. I'm gonna. That's the max I will go. Don't do anything. It's on on you. 3 is the max I'll go on it. Oh my god. Let's look at Susie. Lucy. I'm losing my mind on. It's finally given up that 380 level. Finally, this was the go-to. This is where you say to yourself, enough is enough. It's done. It's done its liquidity hunt and everything, and now it's ready to basically go for a bigger pullback, which was due actually. So there you go. We gambling, baby. Yeah, really good flush. This could be a nice shorting opportunity as well, but apparently this is a bit. I didn't even look at the short flows on it. Locates. MU. No. Wow. Okay. SPY is bouncing. So on AMD, the trade is not there anymore because look at the SPY. You don't wanna trade big caps while SPY is bouncing, right? Look at this. When the 5-minute SPY is looking green, there is no shorts on the big names. Make it a rule, and it will save you a lot of hassle. Trust me. When the SPY has a 5-minute green candle, no shorts. No shorts. When SPY has a red candle on 5 minutes, there's no long on longer caps or larger caps. On which one? TGTX? Which one are you talking about? Did you short the... No. I wasn't watching that. I wasn't watching TGTX if you're talking about that. There's your opportunity on the Lucy to short on the 3.6, and WW has also drifted down, which I was kind of expecting anyways on this one. AI's idea is off now. It's completely like the bounce from the VWAP is completely off. If you have taken it, you would have had a loser on this one, but I didn't take it. I was looking for it because I normally what I do is on this bounce, what I've done is before in the past, right on the bounce, I'll take it, and then it's just too early. Big seller. Was it 2250? I didn't see. So, what you can do is, because it's a 1-minute chart, what you can do is you can wait for the 20 EMA to catch up. Now, once the 20 EMA catches up, if it starts to reclaim the EMA, that's a better area to take longs off the bounce of the VWAP. So a lot of people I've seen, they do this. Where's my, hold on guys, let me just, while we're not trading that much, let's bring out our epic pen. MU is looking like a nice little pattern as well, similar pattern to TGTX. Okay, so yeah, what was I saying? So here we have a move down, and now if this was catching up with the EMA, which EMA is here, right? And EMA does that, and it's catching up and it starts to do that, that's your ideal entry right there, right? On the bounce of the VWAP, on the bounce plays. Bounce plays, what I've seen is people taking longs here, or even on the bounce after one bounce. Especially for a 1 minute chart, you've got to be waiting a little bit longer than that. Now, if this was a 5 minute chart, it will look completely different. So if you're looking at the 5 minute chart, maybe the bounce, quick bounce, it never happened, as you can see, never happened. So the bounce will look like a bounce on 5 minute if it breaks that to 24.40. So that's why if you're trading 1 minute, you have to be aware that you are very zoomed in. So you can't be taking anything that bounces. Just wait for it to reclaim the 20. That's why I have 20 EMA. You see this move here? So it's above the 20 EMA. It's still strong. It flushes down under it. And you see how it's actually riding the 20 EMA to the downside? Well, it's the flip version of the riding, right? Basically, it's covering, let's say. It's covering the... It's like an umbrella on top of you, right? Umbrella. It's just hiding you from rain. So that's what happened, and then off it goes. Same way, this, if you flip this to the upside, that is your clue on the VWAP bounce. Okay, so this is a really good talk about why I wouldn't take these, even if it does look perfect, why I wouldn't really take these. Because the probability is against you. You don't really have an edge. Even if this works out, is it worth your risk? It usually isn't. It usually isn't. So the pattern looked great, right? Look at this. Looked amazing pattern, right? If the daily wasn't the way overstretched extended daily, and it was the first day, or even if it was like the first day, the middle of the first day, not the last bit of it, like after the ATR move, then as I said, I'll be all over on it, especially with the way the stock is overall generally very strong. Look at this, right? But the reason why I didn't even consider taking this is because it's way overextended on the daily. You have to respect daily. And you see, on the break, what is it doing? Nothing. Literally nothing. Because why? It's overextended itself. It tired itself out. And it just isn't ready to move another big run. So if it's not willing to provide me a big run, I'll just usually give up on it. MU is finally deciding to go, but the wrong way. Look at this. I wasn't going to trade that. It's just too complex. You want to trade something clean. But, you know, this TGTX is surprisingly holding up really strongly. I kind of was thinking this will fail and then fail off towards the VWAP and then congest and maybe even stay weaker. But, yeah, surprisingly holding up. So our 3 shares on this one might be doing okay in the next 2 months. Yes, sir. You were the big seller, weren't you, Zel, on this side here, when you 22.50 something. You were the one, right? I don't see anything, guys. Anything else? Lucy is just acting up a little bit. This is just too overcrowded. That's why you don't wanna. I do get myself in these stocks a bit too early, but I know that they are very small share sizes, very feelers, so I can handle that. But if somebody who is trading this full size, this looks bad, right? Let's say this was full size, this would have been a winner, this would have been a loser, this would have been a loser. We had a small loser here as well. So it will look really bad. But these are very small. The only thing that on these will hurt me is basically the commissions, pretty much. So overcrowded stocks. I always tell myself I ignore the overcrowded stocks, but then sometimes it really sort of attracts you to it. Which was the case with Lucy. But I can tell you this, right? This, after I leave, will start to have traction and this will start to move. After I leave. I can almost say that with conviction. Right, guys, so the that's pretty much it. The only trade I'm in is, as you might have forgotten, ZFox. I'm still in it. On this one here, with a stop. Again, under the close of the... I'm going to wait for it to close under the lows. I'm not going to wait for it to basically wick me out. This was because I was trading Lucy, I didn't want to sort of pay attention to this one a lot. That's why I put a hard stop. I usually don't put a hard stop. So this one I can watch it easily. Make sure it closes under the lows. Otherwise, I'm just going to let it do its thing. If it starts to curl back up, 2.7 break and things like that, I'll add to it. There's more add to it. Adding potential to it as it goes beyond 270 for sure. So that's the deal. That's the only one I'm in. It might take me out. That's fine. It's going to be a small loser. So it's a fun day today. A bit of over trading in my opinion. But the good thing was we didn't have big losers on any of these. And none of these are basically 1 hour losers. They are really tiny. Don't even consider them. Because they are all feelers. I haven't actually had a trade today that actually went into a position where I will go full on. So sometimes it could be a good thing, sometimes bad. But yeah, all right, buddy. See you, Sell, Solid, Scalper. Yeah, thanks for being here. It's been fun, and it makes it easier for me to come back every day with you guys around. So appreciate you being here more than you think. All right, guys, take it easy. Stay safe out there. Peace.